What up?
Good morning.
I was telling Danielle, people are gonna think this is like some like bad writing or something.
Oh, yeah, it says secret stash. It's our
Pizza place from Colorado.
that we always talk about.
It's not some stuff. Okay.
Yeah, it was on your birthday. They had like a deal. You order a pizza, you get $10 shirt. And we said,
Yeah, we were already gonna get a shirt.
oh, and I think they gave it to you for free.
They
since
did.
It was your birthday.
They said we don't do birthday shots, but we'll give you a shirt. I said even better. But
no, we did birthday shots.
Even better. But yeah, we got the shirt for free. So anywho, we
actually drinking coffee on Coffee with the Crockers.
Yeah. Today it's a little rainy, so kind of a little different approach this morning, I guess. Ain't just waking up and going outside or doing whatever, you know. But as you guys saw in the video yesterday about the moving the fence post and all that stuff and Miss Breakfast and all that, we kind of just want to touch on it more. We know that in those videos we can only put so much, but in case you guys missed it, Miss Breakfast did pass away, and it was super sad. It was just that was a hard pill to swallow on that one.
Mm-hmm.
That was not an easy one. We were looking at photos the other day, just random photos that we have of us from vacations and all of that.
We were just kind of scrolling through.
Yeah, and we came across, and it was like when we got Miss Breakfast and when we got breakfast and just how little they were.
Oh,
just,
gosh.
I mean, I don't know.
I think breakfast was even smaller.
Yeah. He was itty bitty.
Yeah.
And we named him Breakfast because we were gonna get him and just grow him out and butcher him, and then.
Well, before even leaving.
Oh yeah.
Beeline.
He was like falling asleep on my shoulder.
He was cuddling with you, and you said, "Okay." It was actually Jason that was like.
I was like, man, this is gonna be a hard one.
Yeah.
But you know, my theory was, let's see how he grows up, and
it's obviously. It could not be better.
He just became a straight pet.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, well then he needs a girlfriend. And we've done different research and seen things and all that. And we were like, all right, the Cooney Coonies. And
we like the fact that they're like grazers.
Yeah, that's a big thing to us, is for them to go out in the pasture and not just, they don't really
need feed.
Yeah, and they don't dig up the ground as much. They do to get in to cool down, but not really too much looking for stuff in the ground. They're just mainly grazing, and then, you know, you give them the feed and everything else. But, so then Paragon Ridge Ranch, they have like a swap animal swap sale thingy at their feed store, and they knew someone that had pigs, and so you knew we were looking, and I text her, say, if you see anything, she's like, if I see anything, I'll buy it, I'll hold it, and then I'll come out, and then you can just pay me back type situation.
Came out to pick up mullet, dude, and then surprised me.
Yeah, you had no idea.
Yeah. I think they have a video, and
and then we showed maybe a Crocker Live.
Maybe.
I don't remember which channel.
Yeah.
But
I remember that day too. Jared was there and was just like, we were looking at the pigs. Like,
yeah.
Before we got Miss Breakfast, and Jared already knew, obviously, and was like, yeah, I would like to maybe get one with like that was like kind of spotted colors.
Yeah, the exact coloring and everything. Yeah, so
just like teasing it. I was like, yeah. And then as soon it just like clicked. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got her. And she was just
the best.
Yeah.
Well, at first she
very
was just
vocal from day one. The most vocal pig.
She wouldn't want you to touch her, and then she'd just
and
always
then you
run
got
off.
her worn down.
Yeah.
And then even, you know, whenever she was used to us, she'd still come up and
Yeah.
still just
Yeah, she was definitely a bitch. She kind of show her teeth, and I mean, she just became the sweetest pig, and it always sucks. It's, you know, you always like think in the back of your mind, even though it's not the right thing to do, but you do it. Why did this happen to Why did this have to happen to this pig? Why not like Hank? You know, we love Hank. He's great and all, but he's got a lot of problems. He's had a lot of problems. But it's one of those where we're not trying to just say any animal should, you know, pass away or anything. It's just kind of in your mind, like.
We're just kind of, obviously, I don't know, she has a little bit of more special play.
And when you're in at least for us, when you're in a bad spot and you whatever, kind of that type of humor or however you want to say it, that type of thinking helps you, you know, get your mind off of
we're definitely a humor heals type of people.
Yeah, and so we're not saying anything that we wish Hank would, you know, be gone or, well, maybe be gone, but not halfway. But I don't know. It was just sad, and I don't know. It just really, this one really hit home. We haven't really had that many livestock pass away. You know, we've had babies and, you know, things like that, but not a lot of livestock that we've had for a long time. And it hit pretty hard. And
this is what I was telling Jason, was like, just this lifestyle. Like, why do we do this? Why do we get livestock, and then like treat them like pets?
Yeah.
Even again, she's, I think, only been our second, because we had that one mama goat.
Goat, yeah.
Yeah, Jared did a video on it.
Yeah.
But still, it's just like, why? It's just kind of like almost setting yourself up for it. It's like, this is.
But if you really look at it, the good times outweigh the bad times when it comes to it, and massively.
And the fact that, you know, especially if it is like we are raising two bedroom. We weren't doing that for Miss Breakfast or anything though, but her babies.
Yeah, her babies were.
Been,
yeah.
But at least it would have been too, like, I don't know, you give them a good life.
Yeah. Yeah, you know where your meat came from, what it had, the life it had, rather than you know, go buying bacon from the store, and unfortunately that pig was probably mistreated from birth to death, you know, and that's kind of why we do what we do. We're not doing anything on a massive scale, but, you know, we have different types of animals, you know, different things, just like even, you know, getting an egg that our chickens hatch. We know exactly where it was, what it ate, the life. I mean, they live the most normal life a chicken could live. They are not confined to anything. They do what they want. So things like that, you know, just really, that's why we do what we do. But on the flip side of the video yesterday, Danielle thought I was going to die, putting those fence corners on there.
And then I talked with him, I was like, this is why I don't want you doing anything
when I'm by myself.
Yes, because I'm just like, so yeah, those fence corners, it's like, say you were doing this by yourself and it fell, you got pinned under it.
Yeah, but I would have been way far away because I was pulling it.
I don't know. I mean, but you were right next to it at one point.
Well, because of the side by side.
Yeah, where I was, the angle of it, and it came up, and it looked like it was so close to his head. I was like, okay, we need to have a moment.
No, I had my head on the side of the side by side, so it was already touching the side by side when it hit me.
Yeah.
I think about a little bit of stuff when it
That's what, like, whenever I'm at work, and then obviously I'm like very tied into work, and then all of a sudden it'll be like, I haven't heard from Jason in a little bit. It does scare me. For one, because I know how you do things.
Wait.
It does scare me when you're by yourself doing these sketchy things.
Yeah, but I mean,
especially because, do you even keep your phone on you?
Most of the time.
Okay.
If I'm doing a project and it's gonna be like, if I'm lifting stuff or doing something that's gonna be hitting my pockets and stuff, I'll take it out because I've broken many phones that way.
I'd rather the phone be broken.
But then I can't even call you.
Just gonna give me anxiety. Which is so weird because I used to never think like this.
What, care about the people you were with?
Yeah. No.
You never cared about me until now. She's like, I was always hoping someone would fall on and be stuck by himself out there.
No.
You know, y'all got proof. Video proof now.
No, I never would stress so much. I don't know if it's
that's called love, baby.
I don't like it.
I know. I can tell.
Right? I can tell. Just kidding.
You calling yourself out a lot in this video, babies.
Well,
you don't love me and you wish I would have got pinned down a long time ago. But no, I mean, things like that. I mean, every YouTube grandma, mom, friend, whatever out there that has watched forever has always said, and please don't do that when you're by yourself. Please don't do this when you're by yourself, whatever. I was like, I was living off grid by myself.
Yeah.
I had to do it by myself. I can't, if I've learned anything is you don't rely on anybody in life. Anybody.
Dang, this is a cutthroat copy of the Crockers.
No, but
it's like, I don't like loving you. And
I knew it! I knew that was mine!
And you can't rely on me.
I wasn't talking about us being together. I was talking about back in the day.
I'm just it's jokes.
I saw it in your eyes. You ain't joking. But, no, I just learned, just do it yourself. Don't rely on people to help you. I've had a lot of help over the years. I'm not saying I didn't get help. I'm just saying there's a lot of people and times out there that I was told that I would get help and stuff, and then you just end up waiting around. You end up not getting stuff done. Things always fall short. So the best thing you do is just not rely on anybody, and when you get the help, it's extra, but when you don't, you just get it done. And I've definitely, again, learned over time, again, it's, I always say, if you want something bad enough, you'll make it happen. And it's one of those that you may need two people. Figure it out. You ain't gonna have two people. You will, if you have a problem.
Good.
It took you a minute. Because you'll come up with solutions. It's okay to have problems. But just come up with solutions. So, don't rely on people. If you get the help, you get the help. But if you're out there and you're going for something or you need something done, just figure it out. And that's kind of where we were at with the corner post moving them. We have one big trailer, and we need the trailer to either move the big items or we need the trailer to move the tractor. And you can't do both. So I was just like, oh no, we had the trailer. How are we going to load these? Either we have to, I was like, either we have to load the trailer, put the tractor on the trailer, drive to SDR, take it off, load it, and then take the trailer back and then find a way to unload them, which we could have probably hooked them to a tree and pulled and all that. But if it would have got jammed or turned in the trailer, what are you going to do? Then you have to keep pulling, and then really, I know you are saying, you already messed up your trailer. It was already beat and bruised and beat up before we got it. But, so I just figured it would be easier for us because of the way they were. My mind was like, all right, if we hook it on and we flip it, it may mess the trailer up a little on the side, but it'd be a lot less than pulling out. So I was like, all right, let's actually just film this and show people. If those were there on your property, you don't have a tractor or skid steer or something, can you do it on your own? And so we made it happen. And
then
a little sketchy, but
and then also you didn't show. I watched the video. It's like, oh, you didn't even show going back. So after all that, you had to go back to Shooting Ranch and get.
So I had to take the mower off the brush hog and mower that's on the back. I had to take that off the tractor, hook it on the trailer again, drive back to Shooting Ranch.
The tractor.
Yeah.
And to get the box blade and auger.
Because I had to hook the box blade onto it, and I had to use the front bucket to pick up the auger, because I can't lift that by myself and put it in the back of the truck. They both would have fit in the back of the truck, but there was no way for me to lift it.
Or even if I was there.
Yeah, no way. I know.
I'm very strong.
I know some people are probably saying, well, use a winch, use this. They were just on the ground outside with nothing above to pick up. There was no way you were going to take those and put them in the back of the truck or on a trailer by itself or anything. It would have been pretty difficult.
So it's just like everything is like problem solving.
Yes.
It is like a little puzzle. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, especially going back and forth. We need the tractor to lift this or whatever. So, you know those puzzles where it's like how to get across or whatever.
Or, like where it's a square and there's different squares in it, but there's one missing and you have to move them all.
It's like that.
Yeah. And the reason, most of the time Danielle's just on her phone ignoring me. What are you playing, baby?
What are you talking about most of the time?
What are you playing?
Puzzle that Sudoku.
Yeah, that's why I let her.
it?
Sudoku. That's why I let her do it, because problem solving. But she over there just on it all the time. Nah, she's not that bad. You were at first.
Yeah, that's
you were addicted at first.
Yeah, I always go through stages of it where as soon as I restart playing, I'm just like nonstop with it.
Yeah,
And then again, it's just once a day. I do once a day, keep the mind.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it was just me and you talking. I'm not sure. I don't think I said in the video. I think it was just me and you, and I was just like, it would be like a funny skit that's like a jealous boyfriend that's always like, she's on her phone, she's got to be talking to a guy.
It's just like me doing...
You in different places taking your phone, you're on the Sudoku just doing it, but it's like, she's got to be, those like, the little memes where it's like,
oh, what's she thinking about?
I bet he's thinking about another woman.
Yeah, and it's like, thinking about whatever.
Something dumb.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be a funny skit where she's always just like grabbing her phone and sneaking off, and I'm like, man, she's got another man here and there just trying to beat the Sudoku game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's entertaining. We all have our little things. I'm addicted to Facebook Market.
If they watched the podcast, they would know.
Did we put that one out?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember.
That was the first one.
Oh. I don't remember, because we did... I guess we only didn't put out one.
Yeah.
And I didn't remember when we talked about it. But
yeah.
We do appreciate everyone watching the podcast. The views are better than we expected, especially
we expected
for not doing
a couple hundred.
Especially for not doing it for a while.
So
if you're not watching the podcast, you missing out. If you are looking for it, it's just Crocker's Unleashed podcast.
Or just for fun.
You can just type in Crocker's podcast and I'm sure it'll pop up. Now, I did film my first video for the like YouTube training, YouTube teaching, YouTube tutorials.
Well, you were going to put it on, should we say what it was?
Yeah, we can.
So, Jason has this whole monetized channel, Shoot Dang TV.
That hasn't been used in like 2 years or something.
So, that was going to be his...
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, if I jump in real quick,
go ahead, baby.
is we got an email through YouTube and they say any channel that goes inactive for 2 years, you lose your monetization, you lose all that stuff. And so I was just like, oh, well, do we have any channels like that? And I was like, oh, Shoot Dang TV, haven't done anything in a long time. I don't think we're going to be doing Shoot Dang TV no more. So let's turn it into, I can turn it into like the podcast about YouTube. So then I tried. I couldn't get in.
Yeah.
So
it sends a password to
my brother's old phone number, which he doesn't have no more. So that kind of hurt that one.
But there's still maybe a hope that he has the password.
Yeah, maybe I tried for 30 minutes trying to figure out the password
to the email.
And then it's like, don't know your password. Get the notification to your phone. And it's like my brother's old phone number.
Well, we went through that struggle too.
I don't remember which channel, but
for just absolutely every single thing.
Oh,
because we gotta change our numbers, and every single thing you log into,
we're like, oh, what's the password? What's this? You can't do it.
It was even like even some stuff for like my work.
Yeah.
All this stuff where it's even if you have the password, it has to send a notification. You're like,
I don't have that number no more.
So what do you do whenever?
I don't know. Call customer service. stay on hold for all day and then they'll never get back to you.
So long story short, that might not work. So I told Jason just to make a playlist on.
Yeah, I created a new channel already and I uploaded it. And the reason I did that was we didn't want to bog down our podcast with just like straight YouTube talk. But then we were just like, does it make more sense just to make a playlist on there?
Yeah.
Or start a whole new channel?
I say just make a playlist.
Yeah, I'm definitely not expecting to start a new channel and get monetized and make a living off of that channel. You know, I'm not really doing it. I'm strictly doing it to try to help people. I don't even think I think our podcast would get more views than those actual videos, the tutorial videos and stuff, because it's such a small niche of people that watch that actually have channels compared to people that just watch. So it's not like I'm doing it to try to make money or anything. It's more of how can I actually help people, because we get asked all the time, how come my channel's not doing good and all that. And the first episode I filmed was, it's not my fault your YouTube channel sucks. And it's literally breaking down what people do wrong in YouTube, in my opinion, because I'm not a professional. I just use my opinion. And some of the videos anyways were already going to have you in it as well if we talked about certain things. So
well, it's like Your Mom's House Studios.
Yeah.
That's their whole YouTube channel is Your Mom's House Studios. And then it's every single podcast.
Oh, so they don't have multiple channels?
It's all under that one channel, and it's all under playlists.
Interesting.
You just know the difference because different background, but we'll have the same background.
Yeah. But I filmed it different.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I think we might just put it on the podcast. But it'll be, again, very YouTube related for those. It's like strictly maybe things that have happened in the past that we weren't. So the channel name was going to be Crocker's YouTube Secrets, and the reason it was that,
just put that in the thumbnail so you know the difference. Or
and it's just mainly going to be stuff just talking about YouTube, because we don't want to talk about strictly YouTube for the podcast, like, because people are like, well, what's the difference between Coffee with Crockers and your podcast? Well, one, the audio and video quality is way better. Second, we're trying not to talk about just you. We're trying to talk about just whatever
on the
podcast. And so this is more of the reason we're talking about it now is because we're kind of filling you in. But Coffee with Crockers is more of
what we're doing.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes of what we're doing on our day-to-day life, that type of stuff. Podcast is more of stuff that you guys can get to know us better on a different level. And then the YouTube secret stuff is, if you want to know some drama from the past, we'll be getting into that. We'll be teaching tutorials. We'll be teaching things you should do, not do. Just anything YouTube related will be that. And, you know, people, I even said this in the first podcast of that one, people do call me the YouTube King. And
they do say that.
They do. And so I just figured,
might as well lean into it.
Might as well just spread my riches with you guys. And just, you know, all the little YouTube minions out there, whatever you want to call them. What would be the peasants, all the YouTube peasants. Someone's going to clip this.
Yeah, I would say, obviously.
He thinks they're all peasants. He's the king.
He thinks he's the king. So
well,
that's obviously, this is, again, joking.
Yeah.
This is satire.
Yeah, but if you're going to call me the YouTube King, then I'm going to share my riches. So that was kind of that. I don't know. It's all fun and games anyways. At the end of the day, we're just trying to live our life and have fun. And today, we can only do so much because it's raining right now. So we just chit-chatting right now, letting that rain kind of skedaddle. Yeah. All right, so I think that's good. So to recap, this is not a bad thing. It's Secret Stash Pizza. It absolutely broke our heart with Miss Breakfast. I almost broke my skull by moving the post.
Jason does sketchy things.
I do sketchy things. Danielle is learning to love me.
Jason can't count on Danielle.
I can't count on her.
Yeah.
Or anybody, because the king is up here.
Yeah.
And does his own thing.
Yeah.
So.
And check out the pod.
Check out the pod.
Wow, there's 6 things.
People say we don't accomplish anything.
Look at that.
Come on now.
We accomplished 6 things in
25 minutes. That's right.
24 minutes.
And 50 seconds.
And
And can we get it to the door? All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye. 25 minutes.
Boom.